Welcome to the Severe Weather Report today on VTB Tien Channel, as we follow a complex weather system unfolding across eastern Australia, a chain of cold, wet air masses with a risk of strong thunderstorms moving in and impacting many regions. Let's embark on this weather journey together. From the moment the sun rose this morning, we could clearly see a large edge of cold air moving eastward across the country. The signs are obvious: a cloud band stretching thousands of kilometers from southern Tasmania, Tassie, up to the north-northeast, continuing through the state of Victoria, across western New South Wales, western Queensland, and looping back toward inland areas. This cloud band is essentially the mask of the cold air mass beneath it. And, under that layer, we have showers and widespread moisture. In some areas, the damp weather has lingered for quite some time. While total rainfall isn't extreme, it has been persistent and has created a feeling of prolonged dampness. In particular, around Melbourne and central Victoria, from last night through this morning, it has been raining continuously for about 12 hours. Melbourne City has recorded more than 30 millimeters of rain, while other parts of the state have received between 30 and 40 millimeters. The western Queensland outback northwest has also seen significant rainfall, which is unusual for these typically dry regions. However, there's a bright spot. The rain band is gradually moving eastward, meaning many areas will soon begin to clear. In South Australia, around Adelaide, there are also showers. Not as prolonged as in Melbourne, but still with occasional rain and the potential for storms, which we'll discuss shortly. Southern and eastern regions. In the south, Tasmania, Victoria, and the far southwest of New South Wales, this weather system will continue to bring humidity and showers for several more hours. In Victoria, the major public holiday, the Melbourne Cup Day, is being visited by unsettled weather. Cooler temperatures, stronger winds, and a few passing showers may appear, even as locals and visitors dress up for the races. Inland and north toward Queensland. Heading north toward Queensland, the main rain band is pushing eastward, and the inland western parts of Queensland, usually dry, have seen notable rainfall. This could lead to some road impacts or closures due to heavy rain in remote areas. Another key feature is a secondary stream of moist air ahead of the main rain band, especially along the eastern coast of Queensland. This is the area with the highest risk of severe thunderstorms today. Focusing on the eastern inland and coastal regions, such as Capricornia, Wide Bay Burnett, and southeast Queensland, extending up toward the Central Highlands and Darling Downs. Short-term outlook. Rain. The main band stretching from Victoria up through New South Wales to Queensland will ease in regions it has already passed, but may persist longer in some eastern areas. Thunderstorms, from late afternoon through the evening, particularly dangerous across eastern inland and coastal areas. Temperature. Ahead of the cold air, Queensland and New South Wales remain warm and humid. Once the cold front arrives, temperatures will drop significantly in the coming days. Today, thunderstorms are not only likely, but could be severe in several regions. On the forecast map, the yellow shaded zones indicate where severe storms may occur, covering large inland and coastal areas of eastern Queensland, the east-central parts of New South Wales, from Port Macquarie to the border, and around Sydney, Hunter, Wollongong, the south coast, and the central tablelands. Possible impacts include damaging wind gusts that can bring down trees and property damage, large hail, heavy rainfall that could trigger flash flooding, and in southern areas, a combination of strong winds, hail, and heavy rain. The peak period of thunderstorm activity is expected from late afternoon into the evening, possibly continuing after dark. Wherever you are in the warning zone, be prepared, secure belongings, stay away from open areas, follow local alerts, and avoid travel during strong winds or heavy rain. Tuesday, Day 3. This weather system continues to dominate. The rain band will sweep across the east coast, and then move out into the Tasman Sea. The result, morning showers across many eastern regions, then gradual clearing, but with stronger cold southerly winds developing through the afternoon. Victoria and Tasmania, continued showers and strong winds. Queensland, coastal eastern areas should remain alert for thunderstorms. Victoria, Melbourne Cup day, cool, windy, with scattered showers throughout the day. Wednesday, day 4. A low-pressure system approaches and crosses the coastline. The rain band may move deeper inland, with thunderstorm risk remaining high. In Western Australia, especially the central Wheatbelt and southern Gascoyne, pay close attention. There's potential for severe storms with heavy rain leading to flash flooding, hail, and damaging winds. Roads, farms, and transport may all be affected. Thursday, day 5. The system gradually moves into the Great Australian Bight. Rain bands begin to dissipate, and weather conditions start to stabilize. Winds persist, but rain and storms weaken. Weekend, Friday onward, a high-pressure system develops, bringing much more settled weather. Many areas will see clear skies, lighter winds, and stable temperatures returning. Rainfall totals. From now until Wednesday evening, across eastern and southern Australia, widespread rainfall above 10 millimeters is expected. Some central, southern, and southwest coastal regions may see 20 to 30 millimeters, possibly up to 50 millimeters in isolated spots. This is significant because prolonged rain combined with storms could cause flash flooding, slippery roads, and reduced visibility. Safety advice. If you are in the inland or coastal eastern Queensland storm zone, avoid tall trees and unsecured objects, and park cars away from awnings or large branches. If hail or damaging winds begin, seek safe shelter immediately. Do not attempt to drive in dangerous conditions. If you live in areas expecting heavy rain, check drainage systems. Avoid low-lying areas or flooded roads. For agriculture, strong winds and heavy rain may damage crops, livestock, and rural transport. Plan contingencies early. Stay tuned to official weather warnings and updates from authorities as conditions evolve. Summary. In summary, today and the coming days mark a major transitional phase for Eastern Australia. Wet, stormy, windy conditions giving way to a colder air mass. This is not just a few showers, but a dynamic weather system capable of significant impacts on daily life, travel, and community safety. Remember, the cold air is sweeping in, bringing not only rain and wind, but sharp changes in temperature and weather behavior. Severe thunderstorms remain a real threat. Don't underestimate them. From Victoria and Tasmania to Queensland, from the coast to the inland, each region faces its own level of risk, but preparation is key. Finally, even when skies begin to clear after the main rain band passes, the transition phase still demands caution. Strong winds may persist, temperatures will drop noticeably. That calm and stable weather will come, but not just yet. Yes, today we once again have an extremely fascinating weather specialty just for Australia, where the sky seems to never stay calm. Buckle up, because today's forecast is a mind-twisting journey of air masses, with rain, thunderstorms, lightning, wind, and temperatures flipping constantly. In other words, an action movie called Australian Weather is no joke. First, we have a brand new low-pressure system slowly forming in the west of Australia. But, trust me, today's main character is the terrifying convergence line stretching all the way up to the Kimberley region. Yes, it is the director behind a series of violent thunderstorms exploding across the Northern Territory. And now, breaking news. Those storms are beginning to spill over into some areas of Queensland. Some places are truly being showered in golden rain, beneficial rainfall from this system. And notably, the moisture even extends down to New South Wales, NSW. Although NSW hasn't received much rain yet, there are still gentle showers drifting through, bringing a rare touch of coolness after a streak of hot days. Now, if you look down at Victoria, what do you see? Yes, it's a super huge rainstorm sweeping through the area. And it doesn't stop there. That rain is expanding its reach due to its collision with a high-pressure system gradually moving toward New Zealand. The result? A slow, persistent rainfall system, spreading evenly and, honestly, not very friendly to those hoping for sunny skies for the Melbourne Cup. Colder weather, stronger winds, and rain that can strike at any time. As for Tasmania, isolated thunderstorms are also dropping by. Bursts of showers, gusts of cold wind blowing through. The kind of weather where after just 5 minutes outside, your hair doesn't need a dryer anymore. Behind that large rain system, there's a cooler air mass waiting. That's right, a southern cold wind flow is slowly sweeping across South Australia, bringing scattered showers, gloomy skies, and cool air. If you're in Adelaide tonight, grab a jacket because the southern wind will be knocking on your door. Now let's zoom out to the pressure map. And it's impossible not to notice the massive low pressure area in the southeast of Australia. Yes, this is the weather boss that's shifting everything around. Tonight, cool southern winds will advance far up into the tropical north. So don't be surprised if you wake up in Darwin tomorrow and find the air unusually mild. Humidity drops, the air is drier, and a pleasant feeling spreads everywhere. Meanwhile, in the southwest, a new high-pressure system is gradually taking over, pushing southern winds up into South Australia. In the east, there's still a moist northerly flow, pouring fuel on the fire for thunderstorms over Queensland and NSW. And you know what? A large low-pressure area doesn't mean every place will have storms. In fact, its center is often strangely calm. Only when you reach the belt of the system do you see violent gusts of wind and torrential downpours. Heading into Tuesday, the low-pressure system spinning around Tasmania separates from its main southern part, but remains strong enough to bring showers and even lightning to many regions. Temperatures drop quickly, especially from South Australia down to the border of New South Wales. Yes, it's a mid-spring cold snap that's making many Australians exclaim, "Wait, where's summer?" As for the Melbourne Cup, it seems the weather is betting on rain to win, with temperatures only around 13 to 14 degrees Celsius and scattered showers all day. Further north, thunderstorms weaken, but Queensland begins to light up the stage again with heavy rain, scattered storms, and heavy humidity. By Wednesday, a high-pressure system starts covering Kangaroo Island, Port Lincoln, and Adelaide. Cooler, more comfortable, you could even say it's peaceful in the wind. However, Tasmania is different. Strong southwesterly winds return, very strong indeed, bringing a winter Wednesday in mid-November feel to Hobart, Launceston, and the Bass Strait region. Meanwhile, New South Wales has sunshine and dry air, Queensland sees less rain, Darwin and Kimberley continue with their familiar thunderstorms. But a new fuse is being lit. That's a massive low-pressure system quietly forming in Western Australia. By Thursday, the gigantic low-pressure area in Western Australia begins drifting into South Australia. This scene is truly spectacular. Hot northerly winds blowing down into Adelaide, cold southerly winds blowing up into Perth, and in between is the atmospheric battlefront, where rain and storms intertwine to create a beautifully chaotic picture. This is why Western Australia will experience very heavy showers, with lightning flashing bright across the horizon. As for the east, strangely calm, dry skies, sunshine, and gentle winds. But remember, don't get complacent. Things can change faster than you think. As we head into the weekend, things become extremely tangled. Yes, now we have one low-pressure system in Western Australia, another on the Queensland-New South Wales border, and almost no strong high-pressure systems left to balance the whole country. Tasmania is the only savior, with a high sitting right on top, helping to stabilize the weather temporarily. But the rest of Australia? Showers, storms, strong winds, and temperatures swinging up and down like a roller coaster. Ahead of the low, hot northerly winds blow strongly, pushing temperatures in Queensland and inland areas up to 35 to 40 degrees Celsius, while the south stays cold, damp, and windy. And by the weekend, New South Wales could see severe thunderstorms, with possible damaging winds, lightning, and even hail in mountainous areas. In short, the next 7 days are a true weather feast for Australia. Heavy rain in Victoria, Tasmania, and Southern Highlands. Scattered thunderstorms in Queensland and Western Australia. A few rare sunny moments in South Australia and NSW. And remember, the crazy weather season has only just begun. A negative IOD and a weak El Niño are creating a complex climate picture, making every breeze, cloud, and raindrop as unpredictable as your ex's mood. And that's the full picture of today's extremely lively Australian weather forecast. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any upcoming forecasts. See you again in the next report, where we'll continue our journey through the clouds, the winds, and the most fascinating weather stories on the planet.